I actually made a straw poll where you can vote for which cryptocurrencies you want to see in the daily crypto updates, so make sure you let me know. You can see that link by checking out the description of this video. Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back today with another daily crypto update. I will be going over my normal schedule, which is as per usual: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, Neo, Vertcoin, Monero, OmiseGo, Lisk, Cardano, and IOTA, all of those in a more detailed technical analysis on TradingView in just a second. Other than that, if you're interested in monthly cryptocurrency buying opportunities, you can check out my premium content. I've linked to that in the description of this video, and I will probably be posting a new buying opportunity in the next few days. Also, if you're interested in trading altcoins, go check out Binance. I also have a link to them in the description of this video. And let's get started with the general market update. So we can see that Bitcoin is actually pulling back today, quite a bit, down 5%, back towards that $16,000 mark. While some of these other altcoins here, the bigger ones, are bouncing. Ripple up about 10%, getting back maybe towards $3.50. Ethereum up 8%, above $1,100. Nice move there for Ethereum. Otherwise, it's somewhat mixed today. Litecoin is kind of pulling back similar to Bitcoin. And IOTA not doing too bad. As you can see, some of these altcoins are actually doing decent here. We also have some that are pulling back. Rayblock's down about 11%, Siacoin down 14%. So relatively mixed day, not that much happening. Just going to go ahead and update you on my normal schedule. Let's get started with Bitcoin. We can see that we tested basically this previous uptrend line, right? We made our way above it. That didn't really hold. It looks like we put in a little bit of a top there and actually failed that. So came back towards this $15,814 support level, bounced a little bit off that. And what it's looking like to me is no real reason for concern just yet. With that being said, we can expect it to trade in between this channel, in between the previous uptrend line and our current uptrend line, as we move slowly but surely higher. If we see that we lose current uptrend line, right, in a horizontal manner, if we even drop below it and really pull back more strongly, then we could see some more serious consolidation or something like that. The fact that the market is a little bit mixed like this makes me a little bit concerned that we're going to see things drop shortly. But that's just my gut feeling. I have nothing to back that up. Better go off the technicals usually. But MACD got the crossover. Same thing on the histogram. So that's looking okay. Pulling back a little bit on the RSI. Overall, we did get a nice move higher for Bitcoin. And now it's just pulling back a little bit. So if we hold the channel for now, we're still fine. Let's go over towards Ethereum now and take a look at how it's been acting. Yet another great day for Ethereum. We can see that we actually are almost breaking back towards the previous uptrend line. That's a very steep line. I'm not sure if we're going to get back above that just yet, but either way, the move is very nice here. And I'm going to go ahead and put in the new short-term uptrend line, which is this uptrend line right here. And we want to make sure that we're able to hold this as we move forward. So we already can see a little bit of a channel here in the making. I'm going to go ahead and modify this like that. And yeah, could see it climb higher here. We are trading above the upper Bollinger Band. We've been finding support on top of that for the time being. Still good volume here, surprisingly. It is a little bit lower, but it is still very good buying volume. And uptrend line on that MACD, same thing on the histogram RSI, still very strong now, back above the 80 line on the RSI. We are trading above the upper Bollinger Band. That's always pretty hard to sustain, and there's no real telling how many days we'll be able to scratch by above that. For now, we've already been able to put in quite a few, so don't be surprised if things slow down and we start to see a pullback. But overall, like I've been saying, I think that Ethereum should be able to reach $1,200 pretty quickly, and maybe it might even surprise and reach $1,500 pretty soon as well, within the next month even. So don't be surprised if that happens. I could definitely see that happening over the next month. And let's go over towards Litecoin now, see what it's been up to. Litecoin is actually not doing that bad. We can see that it tried getting back above $300 on the previous candlestick. Didn't really manage to hold that. We're now back towards $267 support level. That's kind of where the middle band is as well, the brown line. And we do have quite a bit of support now. It really recovered the technical damage that it was going through over the past 2 weeks. And now we have this $267 support level. We've got our uptrend line as well. Looks like we might get that crossover soon on the MACD, which would really confirm the bullish movement. Same thing on the histogram, and RSI slowly but surely moving higher. So I would say as long as we hold this $267 line and our uptrend line, nothing really to worry about. We'll probably consolidate or slowly but surely move higher. It's probably going to track Bitcoin's movement now, it looks like. And let's go over towards Ripple. Ripple got a nice bounce off the uptrend line and is actually looking like it may have put in a little bit of a short-term bottom now, because on this current candlestick we're breaking slightly above our resistance level at around $273, which is a very good sign, right? So we do have a little bit of a longer upper wick, and if we see that we aren't really able to hold this $273 level, then I definitely think we're going to move lower here, back towards $2.20, maybe even $2. But if we're able to break and hold above $2.73 and really start moving higher, then we pretty much could see it return back towards the highs, I would say, or at least hold above $2.73, because as you can see, we weren't really able to hold above that in the previous candlesticks. So if we do manage to do that now, that is able to shine, no doubt about it. Still holding the uptrend line very well for now. MACD still looking pretty strong. We are moving low on the histogram. RSI coming back up, but still not out of the woods yet. Kind of have to wait and see here for Ripple. It could go either way. NEO, let's take a look at how it's been acting. If Bitcoin starts dropping, then NEO has a good chance of going higher. Ripple has a good chance of going higher. But for NEO, we can see that it is actually making some progress here, slowly but surely. Looks like we may have put in a little bit of a short-term bottom with the previous drop here that we had all the way back to the uptrend line, and we're currently holding that really nicely, coming back up nicely on that MACD as well. Looks like there is still a little bit of weakness on the histogram. RSI back above the 70 line, but not super strong. We made our way back above the $100 mark, which is good. Currently experiencing a very flat doji candlestick. What that tells me is that we may consolidate in between $100 and $104 just a bit longer until we reach the uptrend line, at which point that could push us higher. I think we may consolidate between $100 and $104 up until when we reach the uptrend line. At that point, that could push us back towards the highs. And we're going to go over next towards Vertcoin. Take a look at how it's been doing. Has it been recovering or not? Looks like we're still in our typical symmetrical triangle formation in between the downtrend line and the uptrend line. And of course, we have that $7.21 resistance level and our $6.35 support level. So depending on where we're going to break is going to indicate the direction for the near future of Vertcoin. And as far as the MACD goes, we are flattening out there. Same thing on the histogram. Those are both good signs. With that being said, we're still not out of the symmetrical triangle formation. Still didn't get a crossover, and now the RSI is moving back lower. We just have to wait for this break at this point for Vertcoin, and that's really going to indicate the short-term movement. Let's go over towards Monero. Take a look at how it's been doing. I believe it's up today, and yeah, it looks like we're moving higher once again for Monero. So much strength here, pretty amazing. Still hasn't actually, I'm going to go ahead and extend these. I forgot about these uptrend lines, but as you can see, we're actually holding still above our previous more long-term uptrend line since the beginning of the breakout. Didn't even really, only tested them once, so still looking very strong, and now we're coming back towards our previous uptrend line. We made our way back above $400. We'll see if that's able to hold. Pretty flat candlestick for now, but good sign that we're already making progress back above that. Still holding above the middle band as well, and now back above the 60 line on the RSI, about to get that crossover on the MACD and histogram. I would say that there's a very good chance that we do get the crossover. That'll be yet another added bullish sign, increasing volume here as well. Now, of course, there's always the risk that we get a rejected crossover, but it's looking more likely than not that we will actually get the crossover, and that could mean that we will pretty quickly move back towards that $500 mark, I would say. Let's go over towards Omisigo. Take a look at how it's been doing. Omisigo is now making a lot of progress here, back above the kind of testing, but more or less above the previous uptrend line. We'll see if it's able to hold that. That is going to be pretty hard. I'm already surprised that it even made its way there. It is already pretty surprising that we made our way above that, currently testing that. Looks like we're also doing the same thing on the upper Bollinger Band. Broke above the downtrend line on that MACD, RSI, and histogram. Those are great signals because that was actually bearish divergence. So that does repair the technicals a lot. We have increasing volume as well. And I like the move here. We can see that we do have a little bit of an overextended upper wick. That means that buyers weren't able to sustain the higher price levels just yet. If we see enormous strength, we could even start really climbing back above the previous uptrend line, starting now basically. Otherwise, we may see it pull back a little bit, and that'll be resistance as we move higher in a more horizontal manner. But either way here, I think Omisigo is showing a lot of strength. Let's go over towards Lisk. Take a look at how it's been doing. Pretty strong move here as well. Definitely has a bit of an overextended wick. longer upper wick, made a new all-time high of $41.31. Absolutely amazing move. And we can see that we are trading fully above the upper Bollinger Band. Last time that happened, we got a pretty strong pullback, so don't be surprised if we see that again. But we did get a strong crossover on the MACD histogram. RSI back above that 70 line, moving nicely higher. Very strong volume to support this breakout. And I think that I'm going to go ahead and put in some support levels now that we're making this new breakout. We're going to have some support at around that $30 mark, I would say, is going to be some pretty major support. And then, of course, at around $33, and I would say that's going to be some new levels to look at into moving forward. Of course, we have the uptrend line as well. Overall, wouldn't be surprised to see it pull back here just because it is a pretty strong move, and we are trading above the upper Bollinger Band. We've got strong pullbacks both times that we had that previously, but overall, it's just great that LISC is showing this bullish momentum, and I do think it's going to slowly but surely continue to climb higher here. Definitely one of the stronger altcoins, kind of similar to Ethereum in the way that it's handled the drama over the past couple weeks very well. I'm not talking about drama specific to LISC, I'm just talking about the general shakiness in the crypto market that happened over the past few weeks. It's been holding it very well, and that's a great sign. Let's go over towards Cardano now. Cardano is looking strong here after the strong pullback that it had, which was followed by a double bottom and a doji candlestick. We're now moving higher, which is confirmation of the reversal. And we're not out of the woods just yet. We want to see it get above the doji candlestick high, which is 6,655 satoshis. Also make sure that we hold above the uptrend line here. What's good is that the RSI is back above that 70 line. MACD and histogram still looking a little bit weak, but I like the move here. I think that we can definitely see it get back above the uptrend line and pretty quickly get back towards that 7,500 Satoshi level. Once we're there, we'll have to see if it is able to break above that. If it isn't, maybe a little bit of a consolidation. If it is, though, we could pretty quickly move back towards the all-time highs. And now let's go over towards IOTA. Take a look at how it's been doing. We can see that it made its way back above the middle band, actually made its way back above $4 as well, and now we're really slowly but surely moving higher. We want to see if we can get back above the candlestick high over here at $4.50. Now, that would be relatively in the middle of our current range, and we're about to get the crossover on the MACD and histogram. That'll be a very strong bullish sign. Think that's definitely possible that we see that happen in the next couple days. Looks like we're getting back towards that 60 line. I wouldn't be surprised to see IOTA get a spike here in the next couple days. With that being said, this is the end of the daily crypto update. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.